So you have your cello set up, you have it taped, you have it tuned, you have an idea of how to hold the cello. Now we're going to learn how to press our fingers and make notes. We're going to use pizzicato for now. We'll be getting into using the bow a little bit later, but I want to get you playing. I want to get you improvising right away. So one thing that we'll be doing is working with a metronome quite often. There are a number of metronome apps that you can get on your phone. For this lesson, we'll be mainly in 60 beats per minute. So we're going to learn one scale today, and that is C major scale. And C major, if you know anything about music theory, has no sharps or flats. If you have a piano, it's all of the white keys, none of the black keys. First thing, we need to know how to position our fingers on the fingerboard so that we have a really good foundation for playing our notes. So I'm going to show you how I put my elbow up like this. My arm is straight. It's not down. It's just kind of right at the right angle. To play your notes, you'll want to kind of have your hand like you're gripping a softball. You want your fingers to be curved, your thumb to be gently pressed against the fingerboard, not too tight, but just gently pressed. You don't want to put your thumb in like this. You want it to, just like as if you're holding that softball, have it rounded out like that. So we're going to place our fingers, starting on the second tape here, we're going to place our fingers, one finger for each piece of tape. We're going to place them and kind of just set that there. Don't press down quite yet. We're just going to set that there, get into position. If you need to look down a little bit, this is kind of how I look down. Glance down to see if your fingers are in the right spot. Put your elbow up just like this. And this will kind of tell you if your cello is in the right position. So if you need to adjust the end pin or the angle a little bit, go ahead and do that now so you can get something similar to what I look like now. Now when we press our fingers down to play a note, one thing that is very common to do is to kind of tense up. We want to use all of our strength to press that note down. One thing that's super important as you play the cello is having a really relaxed body to release that tension, something that will be smooth and be the least amount of effort that you can. So you don't want to press your thumb against the fingerboard. You want to just set it there. And we're using our strength in our fingers and in our arms to really press that down. This will take some time to get used to, and you will eventually develop calluses on your fingers. When you're first starting out, you won't have those calluses, so it might be a little bit tender when you're pressing your finger down on the string. It might hurt just a little bit. Now, if it hurts too badly, I want you to pause and take a break. Building calluses takes time and practice, so if it's becoming a little bit too much and it's becoming too painful, stop, because you don't want to overdo it and cause blisters. So we want to do it just enough. There might be some discomfort at first, but we want to not push through that discomfort and kind of stop when we need to and give our fingers rest. So now that we have our fingers in the right spot, our elbow is up, it's not down, it's not too far up. Our hand is like holding a softball, nice and round. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pizzicato, pluck the C string, open C string, and then we're going to place our first finger on the first note there, and this is called a D. We have C and D. So I want you to kind of play around with this first finger, going back and forth between open and using our first finger. Now when I say first finger, I mean my index finger, second is my middle finger, third is my ring finger, and fourth is my pinky. I will be referring to those numbers quite often. So we're just kind of playing around here, pressing down on that D. So we're getting comfortable with this and really kind of aware of how our body is feeling. Do you feel tension in your body? Where is that tension? And is there a way to release that tension and to kind of relax? One thing that's helpful for me is sometimes I carry that tension in my shoulders and I tense up my shoulders as I play. So one thing I do is I raise up my shoulders and then just drop them down and really breathe and really feel that wave of relaxation go throughout my body so I can have that nice and calm, relaxed body as I play. So we're just playing the open C to D, back and forth. Our fingers are round. We're not scrunching our fingers together. We're hovering the other fingers over the other position, so over that tape. Each finger hovering over that. And we're just pressing our first finger down. Again, not pressing with our thumb, but using different parts of our strength to press that finger down. Now we're going to go 1, 3. Now we're going from D to E. So we're just going to go back and forth, 1, 3, back and forth. Again, your pinky should be hovering over and ready to play. So we're holding our first finger down and then pressing our third finger. And while we're pressing our third finger down, our first finger is pressed down as well. And again, not too tight, nice and relaxed, but it is down on the string. So we're just going back and forth, 1, 3, 1, 3. All right, now we're going to go 3 to 4. And the pinky can be a little bit challenging sometimes. It's a little bit less strength in our pinky, so that can be a little bit harder to play. So I want you to press your pinky down on that, and this is an F. We're pressing our fourth finger down on F on the C string. The C string is the hardest string to press down, so we're starting on a little bit of a harder level, but this will make it easier once you go to the other strings. So we're just gonna press our fourth finger down and see how that feels. Now, when you're pressing your fingers down, you want the fleshy part of your finger to be pressing on the string. You don't want too far down on the finger. You want it kind of towards the tip, but make sure that you have a lot of flesh that's pressing down. So you're looking down to see if it's over the tape. One thing that you can try is try using a tuner and see if you can get that in tune. And if you notice, the way you kind of lean your finger will change the pitch of the note. So we wanted to have it as square as possible, perpendicular to the string, to try to press that note down. Nice and relaxed, our shoulders are relaxed, and we're pressing that F down, fourth finger on the C string. Now let's go to the third to fourth again, just kind of back and forth. We're getting comfortable with this motion. All right, now we're going to go open, 1, 3, and 4, and back down, 3, 1, open. We're just getting used to this. We're getting comfortable with moving our fingers in different ways. So we're gonna make this an exercise. We're gonna play open, again, open, 1, that's a D, 3 for E, F, and then back down to E, D, and C. Again, open, 1, 3, and 4, 3, 1, and open. And if you notice, when I go from 1 to 3, I am pressing my second finger down along with my third. So give yourself some time to experiment with this a little bit. Now we're going to get our metronome out and make this into an exercise. We're going to set our metronome to 60 beats per minute. So we're going to play in half notes. And half notes is a note that has 2 beats to it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are half notes. Quarter notes are each note is on the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So typically it's very common to play in 4/4. So we're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, begin. So that's how we usually count our way into our exercise, is counting to 4 and beginning again on the 1. So we're going to play this exercise after a count of 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. One more time. Here we go. Very good. Now we're going to try playing in quarter notes. So that metronome is still going. We're going to play, each note is going to have its own beat. Here we go. After a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now again, your fingers may be hurting a little bit, so if they are, take a little break, come back to it when you're feeling a little bit more comfortable and ready to work on those calluses. Now we're going to get a little bit more comfortable with this G string and play each note kind of going back and forth. Open 1, open 1. Do that for a little bit, kind of getting comfortable with that motion. Once you've done that for a little bit, we're going to go 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Back and forth between A and B. A, B, A, B. Once we've done that for a little bit, we're going to go 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, B, C, B, C. Good. So there's nothing wrong in glancing down, but one thing that we do want to do is when we play, we want to look forward as much as possible. So we don't want to be playing with our head cranked over like this. So we can look down, make sure that our fingers are over the right strings, and keep your fingers there. And when you're playing your first finger, your other fingers are hovering. So you're looking down, you have it set, and we're going to begin. We're going to do the same thing we were on the C string. We're going to play G, A, B, C, B, Again, we're going to go into half notes, so each note gets 2 beats, and we'll begin after a count of 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, here we go. Very good. Now we're going to do the same thing, but in quarter notes. So each note will get a beat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now maybe you want to play around a bit with the combination of notes. So what if you play open and then 3, 4, 1, open. Let's try that again. Open, 3, 4, 1, open. So doing this type of thing, kind of playing around with different exercises, is training your muscles to remember, using muscle memory, to be able to play different combinations of notes. As you play, your muscle memory will often eventually take over, and you won't have to think about what finger you're using. You just automatically know where to play. All right, now we're going to go to the D string. We're going to play open D, play that first finger, this is an E, second finger F, and fourth finger G. Back down, G, F, E, and open D. So let's play around with that a little bit. We're going to just, on your own time, play open D to E. 1, open, 1, open, 1, D to E. Getting comfortable with this, noticing where any tension is, relaxing your body as you play. Your elbow is up, not going down. Now we're going to go E to F, 1 to 2. Just kind of going back and forth between these notes. Now 2 to 4. Good. Now we're going to do the same exercise. We're going to go open, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, open. So that's D, E, F, G, F, E, D. We're going to play that to a metronome. 60 beats per minute. So follow along as we do this. I'm going to count 4 and we're going to do half notes. So each note will get 2 beats. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, here we go. One more time. we're going to go quarter notes. So each note will get its own beat after the count of 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Very good. Now take a second to relax your hand. Be aware of where any tension may lie in your body and just kind of see how you're feeling. Maybe you want to play around with what we've done so far and do different combinations of notes. And that's totally fine. Feel free to experiment and have fun with it. Now we're going to go to the A string and go over these notes. So we're going to play open A, and then first finger, this is a B. Second finger is C, and this we're back to the root of the scale, C. And we're going to play D, fourth finger D. Back to C, back to B, and open. Now let's play around a little bit with those same kind of combinations, getting our fingers used to this, adjusting as we need to, feeling the tension, releasing the tension, playing open to 1, just very simple back and forth on your own time. Now 1 to 2, B to C. Remember, your fingers are hovering over the notes in first position. You're staying in position as you play these notes. It's okay to glance down every once in a while to see how you're doing. Okay, now we're going to go to C to D, 2 to 4, 2, 4, just back and forth here. Now we're going to do that same exercise. Open, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, open. With the metronome again, half notes after a count of 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, here we go. One more time, here we go. Alright, now let's go to quarter notes. So each note will get its own beat after a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, here we go. Very good. Now again, take a break, maybe stretch your hands, stretch your fingers. One stretch that I like to do is very gently kind of pressing my fingers back this way, holding that for about 30 seconds. And doing the opposite way, very gently, not too hard, just kind of stretching out your arm here. You're using new muscles, you're getting used to a new feeling, and it will take some time to get used to. So don't feel like if you're not getting it right away, don't give up. It will take time and practice. You'll get it.